Oscar award-winning actor. He's a superstar in Hollywood. He has been in over 40 movies.
Yes. You
get the point. Like, what can Uganda tap from him? For example, the guy is there with the minister, Honorable Tumwebaze, and the wife, and whoever else is there carrying luggage with the whatever was in with him. Where are the Ugandan actors? That's the thing.
Yes.
Where are the Nawisos of this world?
This would have been
where are the comedy store guys? Where Pal, like this, we have TV who majorly plays local content.
Yes.
Where are they? Why do you have these meetings? Why do you take this man to see cows? Okay, that can be part of the activities.
Could be part of the activities.
But we can, how about we do?
Because this would have been a great investment for the film industry.
The filming industry, not the agriculture industry. Because at least as of now, he is known for acting.
Yes.
I'm not saying that was bad, but among the many activities,
yes.
Because tell you what, the next thing you may see the guy in parliament. You're like, what the hell is going on, man? Like,
so are we
positioning.
Yes, are we not being very strategic with what we want? If we want somebody to boost the tourism industry, I will make an example of Kim Kardashian. She has quite a very big following, all right? Now, if we had wanted, and I mean, if you know about their lifestyle, she's such a lifestyle person. Yeah. She's all about touring places. She's all about going to different places.
Filming.
Yes, filming.
Events and all that.
So if Uganda, if she had been able to do something like that about Uganda, I think that would have been the most strategic of it for her. So if we are looking at Terence.
But I'm imagining,
yes,
when whoever met Kardashian, I don't know, whoever brought her, or probably were telling her about cows, just like they're doing in Terence. Instead of talking about, hey, look here, your show is nice. So we're also struggling with maybe this and this. For example, Uganda Airlines. We can use such people because you're telling Terence about cows, horns. That's for his free time. That's good. But we only know Terence for acting. Like, you bring Akon to Uganda, he's talking about the Akon city. Okay, chip in some music.
Yes.
Tell you what,
the music
can you shoot a video here? The government is going to sponsor it. So something of that kind.
Yes.
The guys are talking about Smani, the Akon city. We only know Akon for music.
Yes.
Let's save the cities and money for something else.
He has made his name through music, so this is what sells him.
Yeah, let's tap into what they are most known for. Trust me, and I'll be honest with you. Terence can be hydrogen, whatever he is in this world. And no American is interested in that part of his life.
Yes.
And no one in the world, by the way, is going to go and try to look at his hydrogen. No. They only know him in the line of acting. And that's why he has been sort of like at the helm of every other thing.
Yes.
So that's for us the best line to tap into as a country. For example, have we talked about film? Have we made some offers in that line?
He could have met up with the key players in the film
industry. They have an association.
Because yes, they do have an association. And much as they are really doing a lot and giving it its best, Felix, between you and I, we know that they're still struggling to make it there. So if they're availed with opportunities like this to meet with people who have made it, this man has an
Just
Oscar.
the word would help.
It would really do a lot.
Just the word.
We are bringing in the right people for the wrong causes, or we are bringing in wrong people for the right causes? I don't know which.
I think I wouldn't say it that way. That would be a bit extreme. But I know that we are bringing in the right people for the right causes, but we are not getting as much as we would have gotten from them if we better position ourselves. You have, for example, imagine, and I don't want to give examples of other countries, but it's unavoidable. I have seen countries like Rwanda host the likes of Di Maria. I saw Sergio Ramos there and a couple of PSG players, and they were following up on the projects I think the government is doing because they have sort of like a partnership.
Yes.
And when they came, they focused on soccer. On soccer. This is very good for him as a person to see our culture.
Yes.
But that is all we can get from it.
Yes.
Like there's nothing for us to get from him seeing that people, that there are drums there, because that's for his own consumption.
Yes. You
get it. And then where does that leave us? It's also good by there for photo moments. I saw proposing, smiling. People are excited about photo moments. But at the end of the day, you have someone like that, and the only people who are going to gain are the people who are close to him.
Yes.
And you know what they're going to gain? Photos.
Photos, because
I
there
was
is
with
nothing.
Philo, I know Philo. So if you look at the bigger picture,
yes,
as a country, when these guys come in, I think they should come in and we see imagine if Kanye West produced a song.
Yes.
Or shot a video showing the flag of Uganda. Do you know the effect of French Montana's song?
Oh yes, it had quite.
First of all, the song was a big banger.
Yes.
Internationally. But everywhere, even in the credits, Ghetto Kids, Uganda, Kampala.
Yes.
Man, and guess what? That guy wasn't hosted by any minister.
He actually came in on
I don't remember.
Own. Yes.
Because in his statement he says, I just want to keep it music. That's what he said to most of us. I just want to keep it music. Now, how about we tap, like for me the big issue is that, first of all, I have a challenge with the promises that never came to life. And I've given you a couple of examples.
They always give us the whole speech of big ideas, which wouldn't be a bad thing, you know.
Like you host the whole legendary players of Barcelona, and none of them is convinced to come and have an academy in Uganda. The team came here of over 48 former players, like, and the technical teams, and none of them has ever even bought a spoon of soil. Who is meeting these people? Honestly, and I'm yet to know if these people are come on our budget. I'm yet to know. It would be very sad if we don't maximize this opportunity because we are spending. I think that should be like the fair leverage. Like, tell you what, you're coming in, no, we're going to pay for everything. Then, but for us
because
also,
somebody,
you know,
somebody would ask, you know, all that we really spend on them, and you know, financially, even socially, is it proportionate to the effect of their visits in Uganda?
I don't know how much can they take anyway. It's not so much, but but I think for me,
because the whole point, Felix, is that we are being hospitable. We don't want you to feel uncomfortable. This is a foreign area for you, but we want you to feel so welcome. We want you to be happy. We want you to be okay. But whether we like it or not, there are some expectations we have from you as a person. Yeah, it's a win-win.
I know.
This is how it works. This is business. Yes, it may not be spelled out there.
And for us, that's our most questioning point. That okay, all these guys have come. We have seen them, we love them as actors, as musicians, as soccer players.
They're fans as you know.
But, okay, let's talk about now UG. Where are we gaining? Econom said it was given about over 50 acres of land.
Yes.
By government. We need, if there's something happening, and he's always here, by the way, which is a good thing. But how about we tap into him? We are struggling with selling our tourism industry. We are struggling, that's the truth. We are struggling with marketing the Uganda Airlines. How do we use these people? We are a country that has the biggest, I think, percentage of bird species in Africa. I think about the 11th in the world. How do we use them to market that? We have the river, source of the Nile is here.
Yes.
It's like,
these things you'll not find anywhere else.
Okay, we have the Muhabura Mountains, then Sivinyo, the Mugahingas, we have the Golira Mount, all these things, we have the Renzoris. How do we use this book? At least take them there. Then you take photos, then you will say sorry later. Hey, we did that, we're not supposed to post these photos. So I think for me, it is quite, it gets to a point where it will become useless. And it will only be for just the photo moments or for just the TV moments.
Yes.
For some of us who will be privileged to meet them because we work in TV, you may somehow find a way, like for some of the Philomenas who love photos, you know, will take the photos and they'll be showing their better ones.
Well,
right? So, and that is all it can be.
Yes.
But
it can't be all about pictures. It can't be all about, you know, I talked to him for a minute or two, and that was it. That is just personal consumption. At the end of the day, it won't really benefit the whole country. Well, you can also let us know how best can Uganda as a country, you know, tap into opportunities like this, you know, when we have special guests, when we have these internationally known people or personalities visit our country. How best do we tap into opportunities like this? Because whether you like it or not, definitely this is an opportunity that is granted to us, but we have to milk it. We really have to be a little bit selfish. We're trying to grow our economy.
We suck blood out
we have we need to develop the vampire tendencies when we when you're presented with opportunities. So
the guy go and he says, man,
he is forced to talk about us or do what he has to do. If he's going to come to Uganda, he definitely knows what to expect. And again, I feel like this is just paving way for other artists to come in. When you see, that's the thing. When we have the first people like this come in and they know what they're supposed to do or they do something, I believe that even other people who want to come in, other celebrities who want to get into the country, they know what to do, you know, because they see what this person did. They know they have something to offer.
Exactly. And let me just add something on that, Philo, that away from all that we have said about probably the challenges or one would term as negatives, there's a very good side when we host such guys, and I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Now, and Darius did talk about it. He said that these are things that they will never show you. That America, and he was very specific, that America will never show you. That's what he said. He said that they will never know that a country like Uganda is a peaceful country, is a beautiful country, in his own words.
Yes.
And we have had scenarios of how many superstars, if you want to call them, or celebrities, have been stopped from traveling to countries like Uganda, and I'll give you a list of them. The likes of the Beyonce, the Jay-Z and the wife were stopped. Do you know why? Because assumably there was political insecurity here. The likes of Ricky Ross, DJ Khaled. Remember when we were going to host them, Mama?
Oh yes, oh yes.
It was just that they were saying there's political instability, people, they will shoot who, all these things. We have had Madonna was supposed to come here. We don't know what happened. We were supposed to have I think what's this guy's name? But a couple of people from Hollywood and the music superstars. But do you know what happened? Craig David was almost on the way. I think he was even diverted to South Africa or something, because of the wrong picture. That there are people who don't seemingly not agree with government policy here, or who have their issues or
so
selfish
they start
reasons.
acting maliciously.
Now, not until guys like Terence come here and tell you guys, for example, imagine Kanye West. Kanye West, if you want to read about, if you want to know who he is, go read about him. He's one of the most celebrated rappers in USA. He stood for presidency, most recent.
Yes.
He's a rich, he's I think 11 billion, is it? No, is it? Lots of money.
Yes.
Lots of money. But when it comes to Uganda, that alone silences so many things that have been said about Uganda.
Yes.
When guys like Terence come in Uganda, it does answer a lot of questions. You don't even have to say anything. Many people like, but you guys are saying there's ABCD in Uganda, but
this, I had a different experience,
exactly.
You know,
and look,
as opposed to what is being told to me.
Now, if someone like him tweets a message or something like, so what I'm saying is that it has its own good sides in terms of international picture and word and all that. So it's a good thing, but as we do it, again, we must keep in mind that it's not just enough for us to host people and they go talk about Uganda, just that.
But also, I heavily believe that we have a lot of following up to do, okay? If they make promises, we have to seek them out. Because let me tell you, there is no rich man or rich woman who is going to tell you, you want money for a business startup, then come get it. Do not expect them to come back and look for you. You who needs the money, because that is how the world works. You're the one who needs the money, so you have to seek them out. So even Uganda, the people who, you know, the proprietors who deal with all these,
I really want
make a serious follow-up.
And I'm going to ask Ruben to just give us an explanation of the Ferdinand project and the Barcelona project, because these commitments were made in front of the president, both of them. And I remember Pilo was saying to the president that we have already made up our mind. We have had a discussion as a team that came to Uganda.
Yes.
We're just wondering and I think I'll ask either Fifi or Ruben. They could have the answers to this.
Yes.
Where do these projects die? Later on, probably about entertainment, we shall be asking Calvin, the entertainer, to tell us about the Kanye West and if there's been any contact, who was supposed to liaise with them, and all these things. And it's for example, I've seen artists try to find homes in Africa where they want to settle at their retirement.
There was one point when Snoop Dogg said he wanted to move to Uganda with his entire family, So I don't know where that
Probably
happened.
They told him they'll eat you. No.
But he did. He had made it official. He really wanted to come.
And then?
We don't know what happened.
He's waiting eagerly, just like French Montana told us that, guys, we're always there waiting eagerly. But of course, also then, they have protocol. They have to go through someone. Then they do advanced team and Manyahu and what. But it is what it is anyway. Well,
the internet also has quite something to say about the visit and, mixed feelings. We do have Edgar who is saying that this would have been a good opportunity, but the problem is that we do not avail them with the platforms that we are supposed to be giving them. And I think this is what we're talking about. We are bringing in the right people for the right causes, but we are not positioning them in the right way. And coming in from Mary Najuko, you're saying, what happened to Akon City? What happened to these other promises that were made by a number of them? We hope this is not going to be the most recent one. See, we have trust issues clearly because of the pending promises that are yet to be fulfilled. But again, you can be part of this conversation. Tell us, how best can Uganda as a country tap into these visits that are made by all these international superstars? We need to have something. We need to know. We need to tell our kids and our grandkids, you see that arena there, it was constructed or it was built by, maybe these people. But when we keep hearing of stories, this person came to Uganda at one point, this person came to Uganda at one point.
It's as good as
they will ask you, so what did they do? What was the whole essence?
They saw cows.
Well, be part of this conversation. Tell us, it's still running on our social media. Tell us what you think should be done to make sure that we milk all these opportunities and we get 100% out of it. Well, we're going in for a break. When we get back, we'll be looking into the papers to see the big headlines over there.
This is Good Morning Uganda. It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or give.
Get freaky too! Dial *149*10# to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial *149*10*5#. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial *149*10# to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
When you talk about our motherland Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, you cannot fail to smile because of the smile that fills the faces of the citizens. Our nice good weather and nature that sustains us all, that enables us all to continue each in their own way because we are all different even according to each individual's work. But what joins us to become one person is the sweetness from the flavored drink Alleluia Jingati drink and Alleluia Tamarind drink. The flavor that quenches your thirst while at the same time treating and healing your body because it is 100% natural. Enjoy the drink that has got the tamarind juice in it. Made by Alleluia Reflexology, Healthy Solutions and Nutritional Research Center Limited. Get yourself a bottle of Alleluia from all shops around.
The Tales of Kasozi, brought to you by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello?
Hello?
This is Kasozi. How can I help you?
Hey, Kasozi, my brother. Long time. We last met when we were at campus. It's been a while, but you are the person I'm looking for.
Campus? Really?
Hey! You don't remember me?
Okay, so how can I help you?
I'm stuck in Gulu making millions and I need to urgently send money to my sick mother. But I can't find any mobile money agent near me. I've sent the money to your phone, as you can see the message. It might take a few minutes to come through, but I urgently need you to send the money to my mother. Let me send you her number and you send it to her chap.
My friend, I'm afraid your mom is going to die.
What?
Because I don't know you, I never went to campus, and I'm also in Gulu. So can we meet at CPS, we talk about it?
Stay tuned for what Kasozi does next.
Tofera. Refrain from unnecessary engagement with strangers over the phone. This message is powered by the Uganda Communications Commission.
and gentlemen, the biggest party of 2022 is here! UBC West MP Kahona launches its Mbarara station on Goat Road in Mbarara City with your favorite entertainer, HT Murecha UBC West. On 23rd July 2022 at Mbarara University Inn, people of Ankole, Chisoro, Tigezi, Poro, Bunyoro, Rwenzori, and all parts of Uganda. Do not miss your cocktail of fun with UBC West presenters, listeners, and supporters. Come, be part of the 2022 biggest party in the land with top artists, comedians, cultural dancers and ODs, women cyclists in the cycling competition, sports activities, and many more from Western and Central Uganda at only 10,000 shillings. Don't miss the annual crowd puller of UBC West MP Kahona, and that is Etitimbure Reikuga. Proudly powered by Pepsi Cola, Delight Solar, and UBC.
For sponsorship and partnership, call 0700-236-415 or 0782-265-827. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Football packages, great entertainment, sports, local content, telenovela, the movies. There is something for everybody. Go TV, this is where great stories live.
Get the best entertainment for any budget. With GoTV, you will have great entertainment for as little as 13,000 Ugandan shillings per month. GoTV, great stories, Zidiwano. GoTV Uganda, love it.
This is Good Morning Uganda.
Welcome to the press review, where we take a look at some of the big stories in our papers this Friday. New Vision, Daily Monitor, and of course the Daily Nation. And since it's a Friday, of course, you know that very many stories we'll be catching up with. But starting off with the big stories in New Vision, the global ranking covered all fields of science, where they did give us Uganda's top 500 scientists named. And this is quite a demand that has been made by most Ugandans. They wanted to know. We saw how many people or how many members on the cabinet are definitely art students or science students. Well, today you have some of your answers questioned, looking at some of these scientists. We do have quite a number of people over there that you would definitely be interested in. Still looking at some of the stories here. Boko CAO, or the Chief Administrative Officer, wanted to buy gun. Of course, this is a police probe and investigations are still going on. We'll be giving you, of course, the end result. And Chair series undercover scribe survives beating at hostel. Now, Naguru Land President orders security to deploy, and Mufti retirement edge raised Mobaje. It's big. I will tell you, Felix, one thing for sure is that Mobaje definitely feels like there are very many people out for this position, but the odds keep working in his favor. So we are yet to see how that will be happening. Now, on the second page of the New Vision, we still look at, taking you back, of course, in history, we look at Mukasa elected new Mufti. This was back in 1993 on July 15th. And again, US recognizes Libyan rebels. And there is quite a picture over there showing you taxi drivers arrested, street loading. Well, why don't you get yourself a copy of the New Vision and see what's happening over there?
Well, of course, below in the Daily Monitor, now we'll be looking at one Guild in Makerere polls and guilds suspended. Now, University Council to hold emergency meeting after suspending today's elections, which the National Unity Platform flag bearer Lawrence Alionzi, aka Dangote, was reportedly considered by students as a front runner. Now, of course, we see major league cases here plans to return vendors on the streets and have Karamoja starving, says new government report. But Uganda middle income status claims false. That is World Bank. But also, my most interest is in the scoop, the curse of geniuses. And for me, Philo, this is quite touching. And I want us to just have a little insight on that. When you get into the scope pull out, there is something called self-destruction, and it give you a list of some of the artists or people internationally known who have lost their platforms because of self-destruction. Among them is Michael Jackson. They give you Vybz Kartel, who's still, I think, serving sentence for murder.
Yes.
We have Buju Banton, who's been who served quite a long sentence, but now is out. He had a very nice big banger. He did also another tune about corruption and what, but that one we won't go into it. We saw Whitney Houston, who also had lots of challenges with drugs.
Yes.
And definitely the effect was evident. We also have Robert Kelly Sylvester, who was sentenced.
Well, he's just starting his 30 years. It's
painful.
really sad.
We have the likes of Kanye West, we've been talking about him much earlier, and people say he has mental challenges. And I don't find that weird. I find that very normal. And many of us have mental challenges.
Only that I've had, he's a really extreme, the bipolar,
their episodes and all that. Yeah, we have the late Mose Radio. We have the late Tupac Shakur, and of course Notorious B.I.G. there. We have the likes of Paul Kafero in Uganda. We have the likes of Ham Anniversary Day in Uganda. Among very many, the likes of AK-47, we have the likes of, I think, we've lost lots of artists, many. But the question is, the statement is self-destruction of music geniuses.
Yes.
And we can attest to that kind of livelihood in Uganda very much, because we have very many artists who are going through challenges because of their own decisions. Some of them have had the courage to come out and say, I am struggling with this.
Yes.
Remember, and I say this with due respect, the likes of Chandiru.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
We were talking about Keiko a couple of days ago. We don't know how she's faring. I don't know if you've heard about any news about her, but she was supposed to be taken to rehab. We have had allegations of others who I've seen the likes of Gift of Kado. Also,
we had Cute Kaye also share his story.
Yeah, and very many others. We may not be comfortable to talk about names here. And we have had Bebe Cool come out to make allegations about the likes of King Saha.
Yes.
We don't know how true that is, but many others. The question is, the question, the curse of geniuses. Is this something that comes with being talented? I think when you go to sports, I'll give you an example, the likes of Fimbo Mukasa, the likes of the Wagalukas of this, Dan Wagaluka of this world, among many others. What happens? What goes wrong?
Because somebody would definitely be asking, what happens to these people? And if we could establish that, Felix, I think it would be slightly easier on other people, because we are losing people progressively, one after another, these geniuses, one after another. Could be there's some problem coming in from a different angle, or it could be totally unrelated things. But I think also sometimes we talk about fame, okay, this kind of a lifestyle, but we talk about it lightly. Sometimes we don't really get in depth about what happens, what kind of effect does it have on a person, especially for a person who has just found themselves in a position like this. This is not the kind of lifestyle you did not expect to see a turn or a twist in your life, okay? You've probably been a basic person, if I may use the term, an ordinary person, or Montuawansi, like any ordinary Ugandan. But then things turn out well for you. People hold you in a certain kind of regard, okay? You have quite a big following. You're worshipped. Some people worship you, some people are followers, you know, ardently. If you said anything, they would definitely, you know, go in for whatever it is you're saying. So when you realize that you have that kind of power and influence in people, I think it has a way it plays around with you. Now, this is where your sanity by default comes in. If you cannot handle it so well, if you cannot handle it appropriately, it's definitely going to overpower you. I feel like oftentimes, most of these artists, you know, celebrities who are going through all these are quite in a scuffle between themselves and also the power that they have. You know, try to balance it out to be able to manage it. But some of them come out successful, others are very unlucky that the power really, you know, overpowers them.
I remember, just to allude to what you're saying, I remember one time I was having a conversation with Mayanja Joseph, aka Chameleon, and he kept on saying, hey, wait, do you know what it means to be a superstar at the age I became a superstar?
Yes.
Like, he was saying these things in Uganda, like, Nakuba, East Africa, like, Najikuba, like, meaning, like, I, like, literally became a superstar.
Know, the region under my feet.
I remember he was saying that, he told me that he went to Tanzania for a 3-month tour. I think he was working with Tusker. He said, man, I was given a lot of money.
Yes.
I didn't even know what to do with the money.
With the money, yes.
I remember I got my money, then I went to, I think, Ragadi's mom to buy land at Seguku. But I was just a young, the likes of Bobby Wine, man. Then back, the guys became superstars at the age of 21, 22. Yes. You can imagine, I think when we released that the song was called Nalumansi, then Kagoma. And the world was like the baby cools at that point. So what you're saying is really true. Like, how do you handle fame, like, from nothing?
Yes.
You didn't see things blow out for you, like, just like you wake up one day, you sang a song, and it's a hit.
It's a hit. You were not ready for it. Okay,
like,
and it's a different story for people who have been who are born in that kind. You see, if you're coming in from a family that is already in the spotlight, they've learned the hard way.
Maybe they know how to handle.
They will handle you. They will help you learn how to manage all this.
Like, you've seen fame.
Yes, you've seen fame. It's not something new.
Yeah.
But you, an ordinary Philomena, you've come from wherever you've come,
Indeed,
and then it's just hitting you.
I can imagine if Philo becomes Juliana, she'll be there walking with her head.
Exactly. You don't know how to handle it. You don't know, and this is why I have seen, you know, people probably in these other countries, they've managed, they've tried, they really try. Of course, some of them, it's quite a sad story. It ends into a tragedy, but some, especially for the young children, 20 years, 19 teenagers, we've seen young adults over there making it big, have a lot of money, they have the fame, but they really have very hardcore managers, people who understand how bad it can be.
But also, one thing when I sort of like looked at the self-destruction statement, it brings me back, takes me back to looking at, let's say, there are people also, these musicians normally lose it because of sometimes the supporters. I have seen crowds and majorly media cause people's failure. I want to give you an example. Let's say, and I want to sort of like look at this country in particular. Have you seen the social media discussions about, for example, in the papers today, there's a story about Levikson and Desire.
Yes.
And they say that the family Desire's family asked Levikson for 15 cows. Now, have you seen the social media feedback? I don't want to call it feedback, like messages or statements of people about Levikson and Desire. If you're not strong enough as Levikson, trust me, you won't. You can't go on. People have so much negativity, and people do a lot of judging, and people who do all this judging have never even had, I don't know what is Chitonto in English, I wish Robert was here. I don't know. In fact, writing a song is overrated, but they have never assembled a lullaby. They can't even sing to a baby to tell when they are going to sleep or tell it to so.
Yes.
And they're here telling you that you sing badly. I had one time I was among a panel, was discussing music, and someone saying, "You kids muyimbi, kids muzinyi." I'm like, oh,
Okay.
Nigga has a BET. What do you know about music than the people in the USA who have done productions and they listen and analyze? And someone is sitting, like the particular saying, is sitting on a bench with his phone series are there, just right, Pokino. Someone is saying, and for me, and I'm sorry to bring in this, but the particular was on point when he said, someone there, the king has brothers, sisters, friends, even men. But someone in a Pokino, I said, he's sitting on the bench, just saying, Kabaka, like I said something, like someone who knows nothing about medical health wants to give medical. So in the line of music, if we go back to entertainment, people who give, like I've seen movie like TV presenters like us who do shows who will abuse an artist, their hair, their head, their forehead, their legs, as if it matters on how they sing. And then this person is demotivated even to be able to come on TV ever again. I remember one time this lady called Chosen Becky.
Yes.
Man, she was attacked because of how she looks, a certain feature of her body. And she didn't choose to look that way.
Yes.
Now, that alone, if she wasn't strong enough, she would have been failed to do. So, I think also, when you talk about self-destruction, it has a great lining with even us.
Yes.
The social media, the media, the cyberbullying is too much in this country and elsewhere in the world. In fact, in Uganda, you think there's cyberbullying?
Yes.
Go to the UK, go to the US. That's when you know. Those people have abused Boris Johnson.
You really have to develop a thick skin, and this is not a skill that can be taken on by very many people.
Not everyone.
You know, developing a thick skin
Some
for
of us
you
abuse
not.
us one thing. She won't come back. What?
You will never come back on the screens.
I'm telling you.
Well, it's time to also take a look at what is happening in the Daily Nation over there. And as we have been telling you over time, the pressure is really becoming heavier and heavier by the minute. We're looking at Decision 22, of course, a rival formation seeking to control both houses and counties. Of course, now this is in the Battle of Parliament. We're looking at, the parties being represented and by how many people in the parliament, also looking at the senators, the number of senators, governors. Well, I must say that Kenya is really going through it at this very moment. Looking at William Ruto's UDA, which is fielding National Assembly candidates in 261 out of the 290 constituencies. Who is to blame for this mess? Which kind of mess? Well, at least you should know that it involves Ferdinand Omanyala, who was last evening, of course, racing for the World Athletics Championship in Oregon after a visa hitch. Well, this is a mess you need to also get to know about. We are looking at still relief as Uhuru steps in to hold fuel price rise. And again, in more news, loans issued against cars livestock surge. Get yourself a copy of the Daily Nation to catch up on all that. I'm pretty sure Kenyans are going through it at this very moment. And again, the pressure that arises with elections around the corner is something that we can't describe. You would only understand if you're in it. But by August, we'll be knowing who will be coming in next. We're going for a break. When we get back, we'll be looking at what you could be doing this weekend. And again, I'll be giving you options, a buffet of options from which you can choose, especially for you who loves to watch a very good movie. You have to stick around. Mollen did leave me with this assignment, and I am ready to deliver. Good morning, Uganda Friday Special returns right after this break.
This is Good Morning Uganda.
Tonight on UBC.
What do you make of the rampant strikes? We are overemphasizing development than salaries. I want you to mention those things you think we can forego. The president should have only strategic advisors. Are you still a senior leader in the NRM? No. Some NRM people look at you as somebody who is not very happy with the party these days. I'm not happy with certain people, not party. I was at the secretariat and covered the SEC elections where you were standing. Yes. And it was really tight.
I was in the lead. I was called and I was said, can you please step down for this gentleman? My answer to him was this, Mr. President, I give you the seat, not him.
Did you do it then in good faith?
It was in good faith because he preferred to work with the other guy than me.
Tonight on UBC.
Omukwano bususe baby yo amanya ne dobozi bitwa Dr. Jose Kabile sana sapsana simba tako katageja meji Uganda UBC West abantu bembarara music time you don't know twisanga yuko university in
all in one. The biggest party of 2022 is here. UBC West MP Kahona launches its Mbarara station on Goat Road in Mbarara City with your favorite entertainer, Echitimbulecha UBC West. 23rd July 2022 at Mbarara University Inn. People of Ankole, Chisoro, Chigezi, Toro, Bunyoro, Rwenzori, and all parts of Uganda. Do not miss your cocktail fun with UBC West presenters, listeners, and supporters. Come, be part of the 2022 biggest party in the land with top artists, comedians, cultural dancers and ODs, women cyclists in the cycling competition, sports activities, and many more from Western and Central Uganda at only 10,000 shillings. Don't miss the annual crowd puller of UBC West MP Kahona, and that is Etitimbure Reikuga. Proudly powered by Pepsi Cola, Delight Solar, and UBC.
For sponsorship and partnership, call 0700-236-415 or 0782-265-827. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
World Cup in the desert, the first one in the Middle East, the first to be held at the end of the year. That's crazy. Get ready for spectacular moves, high-flying saves, unbelievable goals. Out of this world celebration.
Would you believe it? What a moment here!
All 64 matches live. That's over 5,000 action-packed minutes of the FIFA 2022 World Cup Qatar. Now that's crazy. Catch all the action only on SuperSport, your world of champions. On Go TV. Love it.
When you talk about our motherland Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, you cannot fail to smile because of the smile that fills the faces of the citizens. Our nice good weather and nature that sustains us all, that enables us all to continue each in their own way because we are all different even according to each individual's work. But what joins us to become one person is the sweetness from the flavored drink Alleluia Jingati drink and Alleluia Tamarind drink. The flavor that quenches your thirst while at the same time treating and healing your body because it is 100% natural. Enjoy the drink that has got the tamarind juice in it. Made by Alleluia Reflexology, Healthy Solutions and Nutritional Research Center Limited. Get yourself a bottle of Alleluia from all shops around.
Hey, it's time to play. Let's go! We're glad you came because we love to share. Let's have some fun. What should we try next? Everyone, because we love to learn together, making new friends forever. Sesame Street friends.
Kati tozoka nutyonda bakonga tonaginda omukwano bususe Oh baby, yo amanya ne dobo zilitwa Dr. Jose Kabile sana sana Simba tako katageja meji Uganda. UBC West. Abantu bembarara. Music time you don't know. Twisanga yuko university in.
All in one, the biggest party of 2022 is here. UBC West MP Kahona launches its Mbarara station on Goat Road in Mbarara City with your favorite entertainer, Timbulecha UBC West on 23rd July 2022 at Mbarara University Inn. People of Ankole, Chisoro, Chigezi, Toro, Bunyoro, Rwenzori and all parts of Uganda. Do not miss your cocktail fun with UBC West presenters, listeners and supporters. Come be part of the 2022 biggest party in the land with top artists, comedians, cultural dancers and ODs, women cyclists in the cycling competition, sports activities and many more from Western and Central Uganda at only 10,000 shillings. Don't miss the annual crowd puller of UBC West MP Kahona, and that is Etitimbure Reikuga. Proudly powered by Pepsi Cola, Delight Solar, and UBC.
For sponsorship and partnership, call 0700-236-415 or 0782-265-827. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here. In the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking to the taste of food that takes you on a journey. In the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth. In the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa.
Hey, it's time to play. Let's go! We're glad you came. Because you love to share. Let's have some fun. What should we try next? With everyone. Because we love to learn together. Making new friends forever. Sesame Street friends.
Wachitozokano tonda bakonga tona ginda. Omukwano gususeko baby. Yo amanya ne dobo zilitwa Dr. Jose Kabile sana Simba tako katageja meji Uganda. UBC West. Abantu bembarara. Music time you don't know. Twisanga yuko university in.
All in one, the biggest party of 2022 is here. UBC West MP Kahona launches its Mbarara station on Goat Road in Mbarara City with your favorite entertainer, Timbulecha UBC West on 23rd July 2022 at Mbarara University Inn. People of Ankole, Chisoro, Chigezi, Toro, Bunyoro, Rwenzori and all parts of Uganda. Do not miss your cocktail fun with UBC West presenters, listeners and supporters. Come be part of the 2022 biggest party in the land. With top artists, comedians, cultural dancers and ODs, women cyclists in the cycling competition, sports activities and many more from Western and Central Uganda at only 10,000 shillings. Don't miss the annual crowd puller of UBC West MP Kahona, and that is Etitimbure Reikuga. Proudly powered by Pepsi Cola, Delight Solar, and UBC.
For sponsorship and partnership, call 0700-236-415 or 0782-265-827. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
This is Good Morning Uganda.
Good morning, Uganda. Friday special right here in UBC TV, where we, of course, live to inspire. Today is a Friday, and you know the drill that every single Friday, we don't want you to bore yourself throughout the entire weekend. We do have quite a buffet of some of the things that you can do. But I am a lover of movies, and I definitely want to spread this kind of energy to other people, or at least introduce you to the world of movies. It's quite interesting, kind of a little bit destructive, and you know, just forget about what is happening around you and concentrate on what is happening. Now, over this weekend, if you're quite a big fan of the movies, you can decide to watch some of these right in your home, okay? Or you could decide to go catch one or two at any of the cinemas in Kampala. But this weekend, if you intend to follow up on one of the movies, you can look out for Thor, Love and Thunder. Now, this has been showing at least since last weekend, and I will tell you that it's quite interesting. Now, if you love Marvel Productions, if you love action, if you love seeing super, fantasy, this is definitely one of them. But again, you need to also look out for Jurassic Park. Now, for the people who have been also following up on the stories over here, this is another movie you can look out for, and specifically Jurassic World Dominion. Now, this is going to be showing at both of the cinemas we have. You could catch one at Metroplex or Arena Mall in Zambia. Well, you can come in and watch, and also look out for others, Top Gun Maverick. But for now, let's look at the trailer, just to give you a teaser on what you should be expecting.
Creation is an act of sheer will. Life will find a way.
We can't keep her here forever.
They find her, we're never gonna see her again. We gotta protect her, that's our job.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist. We created an ecological disaster.
Ellie Sattler.
Alan Grant.
You didn't come out all this way just to catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
We're racing toward the extinction of our species. We not only lack dominion over nature, we're subordinate to it.
Come back.
I always come back.
That's another plane, right?
Not exactly.
There you go. That is a Jurassic World Dominion. You can, of course, catch it over the weekend. But again, another one that you should look out for this weekend is Thor, Love and Thunder. Obviously, you'll be expecting Chris Hemsworth, Christian Bale and Tessa Thompson as well. You definitely have to look out for these. But again, if you're not interested in that, you can also look out for Minions, The Rise of Gru. Now, this one has quite had a challenge that we've been seeing a number of people all over the world do, all cladded in these suits, getting into the cinemas and try to make sure they follow through the theme of the movie. Well, if you don't know what I'm talking about, here's a trailer and you can catch up.
Super villain.
This world is mine for the taking. Make me king as we move toward a new world order.
This puny little child thinks he can be a villain.
I am pretty despicable.
You better look.
All right, I'm not Minnie. Please stop calling My minions will save me.
You like picking on little guys, huh? I am a master of Kung Fu.
Teach-nous Kung Fu pour smoochy smoochy?
I will teach you.
So here I go, it's my shot.
Now you.
This may be the only opportunity that I got.
Kevin.
Lose yourself in the music, the moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You only get one shot.
Why don't we make this a fair fight?
Time's up, over, live. Lose yourself in the music, the moment.
Minions, assemble!
Well, if you're a fan of animations, clearly this is one that has to be on your list. You cannot afford to miss that. I love animations myself. They bring out the child in me, and it makes me happy. I'm all full of glee and excitement, and you can carry the children along. You know, they've been having a busy week, okay, school, so they need to, you know, relax, and could be one of the greatest ways to relax. Well, again, I've given you quite a variety of movies you can pick from. At least this should be covering you from, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, until we get back into the work mode. But if you're not a fan of movies, especially if you're a student, okay, I know there is quite a lot that you could also pick from. There is a lot of activity that is happening on, you know, that always happens in universities. If you've been on, at university, you know, there is a lot happening day in, day out, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But the most important, or at least what I consider one of the most important events that you could ever miss, it's quite a dinner that is prepared by the university. Now, if you have been to Uganda Christian University, you know that they do quite a lot and they do well when it comes, you know, to these dinners. But again, who am I? I'm not in a position to tell you what it is all about, whether we are going to be having one this year, whether they're going to be hosting one, who is invited or whatnot, all that. I am not in a better position. Lucky for you, I am not alone in studio right now. I do have some two special guests who will be telling us more about these. Well, thank you for joining us this morning, sir and ma'am. Well, I won't say their names. I will let them introduce themselves and then we get direct into the conversation. Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Jacob J.J. Nyonyintono. I'm doing Mastiko.
Okay.
Last semester.
Okay.
And I'm majoring in communication.
Okay. See, we're having communication specialists in the making. And ma'am, thank you for joining us this morning as well.
Thank you for hosting us too.
Your name, please.
I'm Gandhi Doreen, a mass comm student.
Yes.
Finalist, third year, and a communications major from Uganda Christian University.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Doreen and JJ.
Enabling students, like journalism students, link up with the outside world,
okay,
with the experienced journalists. You know, we're in school and we really don't know what exactly happens out there.
Yes.
So the essence of organizing this media dinner is to enable students connect with the outside world. Outside that.
Honestly, I think it would be very, very important for parents to hear this because I have seen a lot of, you know, some parents show how hesitant they are towards some of these dinners, especially for some parents who, you know, they're a little bit sketchy. They don't know what happens there, you know, they're like, why are you going this? What's the relevance of all, you know, why would you have a dinner? You're at campus basically to do school, graduate and go and find a job. But also to hear from you, Doreen, what are some of other activities that happen especially at dinners like this, aside from, you know, interacting with the people who are already professionals in the field? What would be other relevancies that we could be looking at?
Thank you very much. The other activities that take place at such dinners, definitely apart from meeting media influencers and practitioners, I think this is an event, this is a moment where we get to say goodbye to each other, actually. Because it's the final event in your third year, especially for third years, though we have first years and second years. And then there is also a lot of eating. That is something that each one of us loves, eating and drinking, definitely. There is photography. I mean,
memories,
especially for us
ladies,
memories. We love those memories. You know, you take those photos. This is something you will keep for ages and tell your children. When I was in university,
yes,
this is one of the events that went down. You don't just want to miss that.
Yes.
And actually, there is a lot of interaction. You know, sometimes you're in the university for 3 years, but you even don't know the first years, the second years. In fact,
you don't even know your classmates, by the way, because the numbers are really big.
Numbers are really big.
So when such events come on board, you really have to be involved, because you get to know each other, interact, and get to know what happens.
No excuses.
Thank you very much.
That is the time you get to interact with your lecturers. You know, you don't. Sometimes you see the VC up and high there. You can't interact with him, the DVCs, and all these lecturers. But during the media dinner, you get to rub shoulders. I mean, you talk to them and you ask them different questions, and the atmosphere is a bit relaxed.
Yes.
So you're not tensed up like.
You know, on an ordinary day, it's very hard for you to rub shoulders. Even when you're going to interact with a lecturer or, you know, a tutor or any person in a senior position, it should definitely have to be academic oriented.
Yes, coursework.
Yes, coursework. When you're complaining, why? So when I totally get it. When you're in an environment like this, definitely there are certain things you won't have conversations about. I clearly get it. So where is this one going to be happening?
It's going to be at Silver Springs, Bugolovi.
Yes.
Yeah, and we've actually talked to them. We've booked the venue, and everything is ready.
So when is this one happening again? When?
On 22nd.
22nd, this very month.
Okay. So if you can take me through, what's the procedure you use to pick the people, especially the professionals that come to interact with the students? How do you do it? Do you look at what is trending? Who is trending? You know, in which media house? How do you go about this? Because I believe, I mean, these are journalists that several fields, could be broadcast, could be print, could be, you know, all that. So they definitely have to interact with a variety. So how do you go about that?
Actually, not only trending, when we are inviting people, first of all, you know, as journalists, usually it is what is trending, who is influencing, who are the influencers. But more especially, we look at these people that have brought so much influence in the media, though they are not always at the in the newspapers, they're not always on the screen, they're not always heard on the radio, but they can even be at the back scene, but they are really influencing the media. So it's all about inviting people that are big shots in the media. Then also there are also those people that have influence in our country.
Yes.
Maybe a politician, but really when you invite this person to your function, to your media dinner, they add value to your dinner, definitely. So it's all about influence. Does this person influence these students? Does this person carry influence in our country? So mostly and basically that is the major point of inviting someone.
Okay. As you're trying to wrap this one up, JJ, for a parent who is out there, they're sitting on the couch and they're probably having questions, really, do I let my child go for this dinner because I have to pay for it? And while some students could be able to afford, some of them definitely have to talk to the parents to get that money, you know, and make the payments and whatnot. What would you have to tell that parent for them to change their mind, especially in the line of what they think about a dinner like this?
I think I'll begin with the theme.
Yes.
The theme is media and communication ethics under attack. You know, we're in school, we're still at university, and when we get there, we're supposed to operate in line with the ethics of the profession.
Yes.
So what I can tell the parent is, during this event, we are going to understand what the ethics we are supposed to operate in, what ethics we are supposed to operate in. You know, when you get to associate with the professionals, the likes of maybe I could say you, we get to understand what ethics do you really operate when you're taking on your profession or when you're doing your job. So literally, it's something important, and I would urge every parent to really pay for the kid.
Wow.
Not only that, can I say something?
Yeah, please.
Given the nature of Uganda Christian University, JJ has said a bit of it, like we're getting to know, actually most of us journalists or journalism students, when we come or when we apply for that course, all of us are seeing ourselves behind the camera. We don't know what actually
I know
happens.
the feeling.
But when I meet you, Philomena, you will tell me, Doreen, this is the pressure, this is what you're going to encounter.
Yes.
But then back to Uganda Christian University, the values and the core values that we stand for, the good thing you are alumni Uganda Christian University. First of all, I know parents worry about the safety of their children.
Oh,
like,
yes.
if she goes to Silver Springs, she's a young girl, she's 20, is she safe?
Yes.
This is one thing we want to assure our parents, the parents of Uganda Christian University. Your sons and daughters are very safe. There is transport that is catered for.
Yes.
UCU, definitely, the VC has to know, the security has
Everybody
to know.
has to be in the know,
Yeah, everybody is in the know. So they are really secure. You just have to pay for your son or daughter when they contact you. Mommy, I want to attend this media dinner. Just
it's not a lie. They're actually being very honest about it.
Maybe to also bring in something else
Yes.
is about some activity that will take place.
Yes.
Students are going to be given a chance to showcase what they have been doing. So it's just going to be massive.
Wow.
So for a parent who is willing to see what the kid has been doing at school,
yes,
what do we do when we're there, you should really pay for this kid.
Actually, parents are also invited.
I was about to ask
Yes.
that. Is it only limited to the students and you know, probably the lecturers, or even parents can come in? Who else, anyway, is invited to this dinner?
Parents, our friends.
Yes.
Actually, we've expanded it. Even other faculties, the business faculties. If I have a friend from another university, they are also invited. But actually, we would encourage the parents, because of what JJ has chipped in.
Yes.
Please come and see what your daughter, your son has been doing. You don't know how eloquent your daughter is at anchoring news or presenting. Actually, even we try to merge it with business ideas. I can be a mass comma, but then I'm good at doing business.
Yes.
I'm good at doing other ventures. So just be present as a parent. Be present even as a well-wisher.
Yes.
UCU supporter. All of them are welcome.
You know, one other thing I can talk about is connections. You know what?
In this world, you cannot survive without connections. I'm just going to tell it to you straight up.
Thank you. Thank you very
From all
much.
corners.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I would say connections. This Uganda we're in right now, it's about connections. I'll say that's a fact.
Yes.
You're going to get done with school. What next? You go and access a given entity, you'll have to be having someone there.
Yes.
So look at this event whereby students are going to be able to share contacts with different media personnel. If I happen to meet you in this event, of course, I will take on your number, just like as I've done so. So even if I come around to place my internship later, I have an advantage already.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Not only for work issues, but even for mentorship. You see now, for me, Doreen, I will look up to you actually, because you've been in the media before me, you're well experienced. So meeting you at the media dinner, definitely, it's very hard for me to get a mentor just from the internet or, you know, Facebook or WhatsApp.
Yes.
But it's easy for you to take me on as a mentee because you've met me in person,
You've been able
spoken.
to interact physically.
Yeah, and then also to bring out this, some parents may look at our tickets and then they're like, oh, this is so expensive, but actually we made it so simple.
Yes.
We have two kinds of tickets, the platinum and the gold. So if a parent cannot afford the platinum,
there is an option.
There is an option.
There is
Yes.
plan B.
Yes, there is plan B. So
wow. I don't know, if I was a parent, definitely, this is an opportunity I would
Why
really want
not?
to grab for
Why
my
not?
child.
Why
It's
not?
quite relevant. You wanted to say something, JJ?
Yeah, I would say Uganda Christian University is a university that not only minds about its own. So we went an extra mile of inviting other journalism associations in different universities.
Yes.
We looked at KIU, we looked at Cavendish, we looked at Kampala University.
That is pretty
Inviting
nice.
different journalism associations to come on board. Let's get to know what happens in other universities.
And I think that's really nice, because when you're out of a university, it doesn't matter even where you're coming from at this point. It doesn't play such a big part, because you're now all journalists and you're in the same field and you're experiencing probably the same challenges, okay? And if you need solutions to overcome these challenges, it works. It's a generic solution.
Sure.
It's not that it will work out for a Macquarie University student, or it will work out for a KIU student, or it will work out for a UCU student. So that is a very smart move.
At the end of it all, we are going to be one.
Yes.
We're doing the same.
You're going to be journalists.
We're going to meet each other. I don't know if, okay, I've had a journalist who has had this situation whereby there's a bite you need, you want, and you call another journalist.
Yes.
Like, do you have this bite? I really need this bite.
Yes.
So having such an event, Uganda Christian organizing such an event through the School of Journalism, bringing other journalism associations from different universities on board.
Yes.
That is really something good.
Okay. Now, I love the fact that we are still on this topic of journalism, seeing that you are, you know, and I know you're going to be a good journalist, but, you know, from the observations you've made from the current, you know, journalists or the general journalism industry, do you think we are doing what we are supposed to be doing? Because there's been a lot of talk and conversation about how journalists are not executing their responsibilities. Some have, you know, waded off their actual responsibilities. You know, we're not being, how do I call this? We're not being objective. What's your overview about the journalism industry in Uganda?
Actually, this is my take on the journalism industry in Uganda. We have to appreciate the fact that the industry has come a long way. And as we are speaking in this year 2022, we also have to appreciate another fact. There are those that have gone the other way, but then there are journalists that are objective, that are doing what they are supposed to do. So really it would be unfair if someone stood up and said that journalists are not doing what they're supposed to do. First of all, you're doing your role, informing the society, educating the society. I think I saw that as some of the core values and the mission of UBC, giving UBC as an example. Me, I believe you're really doing that. You're airing programs that are developing the community, that are developing our nation. You're informing us, you're entertaining us. Really, yes, there are those media houses and journalists that are doing what they're supposed to do. Though others, you know, even in a family, there is always and a black sheep.
There is always the problematic child.
Yes, there are those that are problematic. That is actually a fact that we have to mention, because there are facts that are before you and you can't just say, oh, let's turn a blind eye. We didn't see this. We don't know this is happening. Yes, the bad is happening, but the good is taking an upper hand. And I know within 5 to 10 years, especially with us, the new breed coming in, journalism, in fact, even the sky is not the limit for journalists that are coming, and yeah, we are doing our best.
Well, that's really, really encouraging, seeing that we're having new people coming in with that kind of mentality, or, you know, because right now we are working with trying to change mindsets, and if it's working right from schools and universities, I think that's a green light for us.
Yes.
So as you're trying to wrap this one up, JJ, maybe just to hear from you, what are some of your parting shots? What do you have to tell to the people, convince them to come and attend this dinner?
I just can't leave this set without talking about the 3 meals.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That very day.
this man knows what's good for him.
The 3 meals, yeah. Yes. You know, food happens to be something very important on an event. Automatically, if I attend an event, I expect something to be.
If there is no food, bye.
No event.
So we're having a 3-meal thing, whereby we have the starters.
Yes.
We have, of course, the starters. We have that tea, the coffee. As you're getting to interact, you're listening to that cool music.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know, you understand what I'm talking about. Then we have that main meal. Well, let me say the main meal, whereby we're going to have lots of things. Lots of things.
Okay.
Mentioned by the few fries, chips, what?
Buffet. Actually, it's a buffet.
Just too much.
Humankind and food. It's an intimate relationship.
Guys, really understand
there is an intimate relationship between guys and food. I totally understand.
We have pizza on board as well.
Okay.
You know what it means when a youth gets to pizza. So then at the other meal, we have the dessert as well.
Okay. All right. So we do have starters, the main course, and
yes,
dessert.
definitely the desserts are there.
Boy,
cake.
Oh boy.
Ladies don't want to miss out on cake.
Yes, cake. Very, very crucial. Yeah, very strategic. So what are some of your parting shots, Dory?
Actually, my parting shots this morning are especially to the parents. We come from a generation where people would look at the arts people.
Yes.
Like the journalists, the musicians, basically the art industry. Like, I don't want to take my child there. But please bring your children, especially to Uganda Christian University, because there is holistic education that is spiritually, mentally, physically, but basically it is holistic. And for the parents that are still debating, now that you have seen us here, please just get that money, do mobile money, send the money, whether you're using bank, mobile money, send the money to your son or daughter and they pay up for the media dinner. And also actually we can't leave this set without saying a big thank you to the UBC management, especially to you, Philomena, for hosting us, actually for allowing to host us. Jeje, we forgot. We even invited the
DMD.
Yes, the DMD. We have invited him. We sent a letter to him. Yes. So thank you so much for hosting us. Thank you so much for letting us speak about this dinner and yeah.
Well, there you go, Doreen and JJ. These are finalists in, of course, the course of mass communication at Uganda Christian University, here to talk about the media dinner. And there is a lot that goes on. You know, it's way beyond food. It's way beyond, you know, there is quite, they're looking at the long term. And I mean, what does it mean to you to look at the long term impact of an event like this? As a parent, you should encourage your child to go in for opportunities like this. Like I was talking about earlier, milk all the opportunities that are you know, presented to you. Milk them, okay? Develop vampire tendencies, suck the blood out of them.
Wow, that's a nice analogy.
Well, there you go. We'll be having sports updates that will be coming in just a few from the man himself, Ruben Mpima Chibirango. We're going for a short break. When we get back, conversations around that will be flowing in. Good.
This is Good Morning Uganda. This is Good Morning Uganda.
Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here, in the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking, to the taste of food that takes you on a journey, in the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth, in the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa.
Chitozokano chonda bakonga tona ginda. Omukwano bususeko baby. Yo amanya ne dobozi bitwa Dr. Jose Kabile sana Simba tako katageja meji Uganda. UBC West. Abantu bembarara. Music time you don't know. Trisanga yuko university in.
All in one, the biggest party of 2022 is here. UBC West MP Kahona launches its Mbarara station on Goat Road in Mbarara City with your favorite entertainer, Echitimbulecha UBC West on 23rd July 2022 at Mbarara University Inn. People of Ankole, Chisoro, Tigezi, Toro, Bunyoro, Rwenzori and all parts of Uganda. Do not miss your cocktail of fun with UBC West presenters, listeners and supporters. Come, be part of the 2022 biggest party in the land. With top artists, comedians, cultural dancers and ODs, women cyclists in the cycling competition, sports activities and many more from Western and Central Uganda at only 10,000 shillings. Don't miss the annual crowd puller of UBC West MP Kahona, and that is Etitimbure Reigunga. Proudly Proudly powered by Pepsi Cola, Delight Solar, and UBC.
For sponsorship and partnership, call 0700-236-415 or 0782-265-827. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
A World Cup in the desert? The first one in the Middle East. The first to be held at the end of the year? That's crazy. Get ready for spectacular moves, high-flying saves, unbelievable goals. Out of this world celebrations.
Would you believe it? What a moment here!
All 64 matches live. That's over 5,000 action-packed minutes of the FIFA 2022 World Cup Qatar. Now that's crazy. Catch all the action only on SuperSport, your world of champions. On Go TV. Love it.
Tonight on UBC.
What do you make of the rampant strikes?
We are overemphasizing development than salaries.
I want you to mention those things you think we can forego.
The president should have only strategic advisors.
Are you still a senior leader in the NRM?
No.
Some NRM people look at you as somebody who is not very happy with the party these days.
I'm not happy with certain people, not party.
I was at the secretariat and covered the SEC elections where you were standing.
Yes.
And it was really tight.
I was in the lead. I was called and I said, can you please step down for this gentleman? My answer to him was this: Mr. President, I give you the seat, not him.
Did you do it then in good faith?
It was in good faith, because he preferred to work with the other guy than me.
Tonight on UBC.
Omukwano bunsuseko baby yo amanya ne dobozi bitwa Dr. Jose Kabile sana Simba takokataga jamii Uganda UBC West abantu bembarara music time you don't know twisanga yuko university in
All in one, the biggest party of 2022 is here. UBC West MP Kahona launches its Mbarara station on Got Road in Mbarara City with your favorite entertainer, Timburecha UBC West on 23rd July 2022 at Mbarara University Inn. People of Ankole, Chisoro, Tigezi, Toro, Bunyoro, Rwenzori and all parts of Uganda. Do not miss your cocktail of fun with UBC West presenters, listeners and supporters. Come, be part of the 2022 biggest party in the land with top artists, comedians, cultural dancers and ODs, women cyclists in the cycling competition, sports activities and many more from Western and Central Uganda at only 10,000 shillings. Don't miss the annual crowd puller of UBC West MP Kahona, and that is Etitimbure Reikuga. Proudly powered by Pepsi Cola, Delight Solar, and UBC.
For sponsorship and partnership, call 0700-236-415 or 0782-265-827. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
This is Good Morning Uganda.
Well, welcome back to the sports updates here on Good Morning Uganda Friday special. It's a Friday, and when we're looking at all ways you can definitely occupy yourself, we cannot leave out the arena of sports. And of course, I am the man himself, Ruben Pima Chivirango. Now, Ruben, I was very excited. I couldn't sleep the whole night. You know why? Because I was invited to go attend a game that is going to be happening today at 9, and I'm told that is Nam Blazers and City Oilers. Now, I don't know much about basketball, but the hype about this game, I've been told it's going to be a very serious game. And I was like, you know what? I am not going to ask anybody questions. I have my man out there who is going to be giving me answers. Why is this game being hyped? The rise of Gru. Now, this one has quite... Honestly, I think it would be very, very important for parents to hear this, because I have seen a lot of, some parents show how hesitant they are towards some of these dinners, especially for some parents who, they're a little bit sketchy. They don't know what happens there, they're like, why are you going this? What's the relevance of all, why would you have a dinner? You're at campus basically to do school, graduate and go and find a job.
Enabling students, like journalism students, link up with the outside world, with the experienced journalists. We're in school and we really don't know what exactly happens out there.
Yes.
So the essence of organizing this media dinner is to enable students connect with the outside world. I would say that.
Honestly, I think it would be very, very important for parents to hear this, because I have seen a lot of, some parents show how hesitant they are towards some of these dinners, especially for some parents who, they're a little bit sketchy. They were actually friends. They're like, we want to, drag you to this world of basketball. You need to actually enjoy it. It's
fun.
So
it is fun.
I can't wait to see what the Nam Blazers.
It is fun. And there are popcorns. We have popcorns. There's mochomo. At Nyogogo. You can even look what some
So what
men...
do you wear to these to these events?
Come again?
What do you wear?
Anything that is good. But for us, some of us would love to see the shirt dresses. Anyway, into sports, of course, we had the games are played, the CAF Champions League, not Champions League, the WAFCON, that is the Women African Cup of Nations. And for me, when I watched these games, I'll be very honest with you, their teams
there, they're like, why are you going this? What's the relevance of all, why would you have a dinner? You're at campus basically to do school, graduate and go and find a job. But also to hear from you, Doreen, what are some of other activities that happen, especially at dinners like this, aside from interacting with the people who are already professionals in the field? What would be other relevancies that we could be looking at?
Thank you very much. The other activities that take place at such dinners, definitely apart from meeting media influencers and practitioners, I think this is an event, this is a moment where we get to say goodbye to each other, actually, because it's the final event in your third year, especially for third years, though we have first years and second years. And then there is also a lot of eating. That is something that each one of us loves, eating and drinking, definitely. There is photography. I mean, especially for us, ladies, memories. We love those memories. You take those photos. This is something you will keep for ages and tell your children. When I was in university, this is one of the events that went down. You don't just want to miss that.
Yes.
And actually, there is a lot of interaction. Sometimes you're in the university for 3 years, but you even don't know the first years, the second years. In fact,
you don't even know your classmates, by the way, because the numbers are really big.
Numbers are really big.
So when such events come on board, you really have to be involved, because you get to know each other, interact, and get to know what happens.
No excuses.
Thank you very much.
That is the time you get to interact with your lecturers. You don't. Sometimes you see the VC up and high there. You can't interact with him, the DVCs, and all these lecturers. But during the media dinner, you get to rub shoulders. You talk to them and you ask them different questions, and the atmosphere is a bit relaxed.
Yes.
So you're not tensed up like.
On an ordinary day, it's very hard for you to rub shoulders. Even when you're going to interact with a lecturer or a tutor or any person in a senior position, it should definitely have to be academic oriented.
Yes, coursework.
Yes, coursework. Why you're complaining? Why? So I totally get it. When you're in an environment like this, definitely there are certain things you won't have conversations about. I clearly get it. So where is this one going to be happening?
It's going to be at Silver Springs, Bugolovi.
Yes.
Yeah, and we've actually talked to them. We've booked the venue, and everything is ready.
So when is this one happening again? When?
On 22nd.
22nd, this very month.
Okay. Yes. So if you can take me through, what's the procedure you use to pick the people, especially the professionals that come to interact with the students? How do you do it? Do you look at what is trending? Who is trending? Do you know in which media house? How do you go about this? Because I believe, I mean, these are journalists that several fields, could be broadcast, could be print, could be, you know, all that. So they definitely have to interact with a variety. So how do you go about that?
Actually, not only trending, when we are inviting people, first of all, you know, as journalists, usually it is what is trending, who is influencing, who are the influencers. But more especially, we look at these people that have brought so much influence in the media, though they are not always at the in the newspapers, they're not always on the screen, they're not always heard on the radio, but they can even be at the back scene, but they are really influencing the media. So it's all about inviting people that are big shots in the media. Then also there are also those people that have influence in our country.
Yes.
May be a politician, but really when you invite this person to your function, to your media dinner, they add value to your dinner, definitely. Yes. So it's all about influence. Does this person influence these students? Does this person carry influence in our country? So mostly and basically that is the major point of inviting someone.
Okay. As you're trying to wrap this one up, JJ, for a parent who is out there, they're sitting on the couch and they're probably having questions, really, do I let my child go for this dinner because I have to pay for it? And while some students could be able to afford, some of them definitely have to talk to the parents to get that money, you know, and make the payments and whatnot. What would you have to tell that parent for them to change their mind, especially in the line of what they think about a dinner like this?
I think I'll begin with the theme.
Yes.
The theme is media and communication ethics under attack. You know, we're in school, we're still at university, and when we get there, we're supposed to operate in line with the ethics of the profession.
Yes.
So what I can tell the parent is, during this event, we are going to understand what the ethics we are supposed to operate in, what ethics we are supposed to operate in. You know, when you get to associate with the professionals,
yes,
the likes of maybe I could say you, we get to understand what ethics do you really operate when you're taking on your profession or when you're doing your job. So literally, it's something important, and I would urge every parent to really pay for the kid.
Yeah. Wow.
Not only that, can I say something?
Yeah, please.
Given the nature of Uganda Christian University, JJ has said a bit of it, like we're getting to know, actually most of us journalists or journalism students, when we come or when we apply for that course, all of us are seeing ourselves behind the camera. We don't know what actually
I know the feeling. And that we had, I think, a team of former Barcelona players, I think it was something like, who came in Uganda, they came and they made promises, and he also mentioned, I think, was it Ferdinand or one of those?
Ferdinand was here, yes.
Yes, he came in Uganda, and they made promises to build academies in Uganda, and we wanted to find out from you, how far with that?
Okay, I'll start by answering that Ugandans make project stall. I'll start with Ferdinand, Rio Ferdinand.
Yes.
Ferdinand came here under Mujibu Kasule, and he promised to do everything. Ugandans are corny men. They will never fulfill what they promise. They will always talk about things and not deliver them.
Yes.
Those players come here for a good cause, that they end up getting frustrated and disappointed. I was part of the team that covered the Barcelona legends who came here, from Gigi Zambrota to Edgar Davids to Luis Garcia, who came here. I remember talking to Zambrota at Sheraton, that was Lions Bar, where the party was. He said that they are here, first and foremost, they were here to promote the game. Two, they were invited here to have the feel of the part of Africa. But when they left, the person who was in charge of them never opened up to them that I am here to con you of your money.
Oh, no.
So that's how it ends. They come here expecting a lot and they end up getting nothing. So for me, the Zambrotas had a good cause. But the person who was in charge of them was a liar.
So we are frustrating ourselves as Ugandans.
Yes.
Because people have been asking.
If Rio comes here, now when I hosted George Kamuras here a couple of days ago. One of he plays for SC South East Dons in London. That is South London. He wanted to be part of the national team. He wanted to be the #1 as far as the Queens are concerned. When offset, I called Mitchell. and Chisitu, because he's a goalkeeper, and Kazuma Chisitu, to meet with him. They met in Munyonyo, and they had progress, and he was invited to come and be part of the camp as prepare for Chan. Now, I wasn't a corny man. I just opened up, I gave him the opportunity to be part of, the coach talked to him, they agreed. Now, if I was a corny man, I would say, first pay me money, I bring the coach to you, I call Mitchell to come to you. So, most of Ugandan people who are in that business are corny men. They are corny men. I will tell you, I have hosted academy people here and asked them the products. They will tell you I have under 4, under 9, under 11, under 15. Ask them, where are the players? They don't have them. What they do, they create certain programs for children to come and train. They get money from the parents, and it ends there.
This is really sad.
A serious person will never cannot work with them.
Ugandans, as it turns out, that we are frustrating ourselves. And it's the same conversation Felix was, you know, the line of conversation he was having, saying that, you see, Ugandans, we are bringing the right people for the right cause, but we are not positioning them in the proper way. If you're going to bring a musician, make sure that he meets, you know, the big musician artists in Uganda, the associations. Okay, well, the associations.
Nyonyintono. The Nyonyintono are the big artists.
You know what, Ruben? Thank you so much for the sports updates. This is a conversation we need to have offset. And I tell you, I don't want you to lose hope in our Ugandan artists. People are struggling. People are struggling and striving as well. We're going in for a short break. When we get back, of course, we'll be looking, we'll be going through, and of course, we'll be telling you what to do over the weekend. Myself and Felix will be back.
This is Good Morning Uganda. This is Good Morning Uganda.
A World Cup in the